Two more matches have been added to the WrestleMania card after last night's Raw, but how good was the show? I'm Niall and I love wrestling. Welcome to my Raw review. The show began with the Hurt Business cutting a promo on themselves.
What?
Last week, Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin failed to beat Drew McIntyre in a 2-on-1 handicap match, meaning they're now barred from ringside for the match at WrestleMania. They got so riled up over this that they've now left the Hurt Business, and according to Bobby Lashley, quote, the Hurt Business is over. Next, it was the turn of Matt Riddle and Sheamus to go toe-to-toe. This was a non-title match for the US champion, and it ended up with Sheamus winning and Matt Riddle attacking Sheamus after the bell. This now means that Sheamus and Matt Riddle will go toe-to-toe at WrestleMania for the United States title. This is a good enough match, and it was a nice little teaser for what's going to happen at Mania. And again, another match, I'm looking forward to it. After this, Shane McMahon and Jackson Ryker and Elias stepped into the ring and read out Braun Strowman's report card, I wish I was joking. It was supposed to be like an insult, and it wasn't, and it led to Braun beating Jackson Ryker, and then he was announced that his match against Shane McMahon at WrestleMania, which was confirmed last week, but the stipulation was going to be announced by Braun Strowman this week. Braun announced it was going to be a steel cage match. It's also worth noting that on the USA Network they put a truck sound effect over Braun when he did his around the world thing. You know, he does that and he runs around outside the ring. What? And then it was the turn of the Miz and Morrison to showcase their magnificent characters onto this already morally questionable episode of Monday Night Raw, and they were showcasing their new single, Hey Hey Hop Hop. Fucking hell. This was a music video that lasted 4 minutes, and again, no need for it. The Miz did, however, cut a promo afterwards that kind of saved the segment. It was passionate as always. Miz is always fantastic on the mic. Then Bad Bunny came out and said he's going to make him his bitch, and then he hit him with the right hand, and it was announced that they was going to fight at WrestleMania. Let's just bear in mind that this segment took us over 1 hour of a 3-hour show, and there had been 2 matches. One of them was 2.5 minutes. On a wrestling show.
What?
But I couldn't sit through this by myself, so I'm going to drag in my brother Sean WC on YouTube, link in the description, to talk you through the 2nd hour of this horrible show. And I don't know what he's going to say. I'm going to watch the footage now, and yeah, enjoy.
Howdy there, Sean WC here. I'm very glad to be on the Niall Loves Wrestling channel. It's a rip-off of my channel. My one's much better. Check the link in the description. Now, Raw review. So after the shite that we just watched, Randy Orton cut a typically excellent promo hyping up his match, which might be a fun Firefly Funhouse match, to be honest. Wouldn't mind that. I thought the one with John Cena last year was very good. A Firefly Funhouse match with a well done Fiend. I think the supernatural stuff, it can be a bit iffy, but to enjoy it, I think you just have to suspend your belief and suspend like all expectations and just, just go along with it. I think Randy and Bray and Alexa have all been very, very good in their roles. As Niall previously mentioned, at the start of the show, for some reason the Hurt Business imploded. Why? I don't know. Wrestling, I suppose. And then Lashley faced Benjamin in a squash match.
We'll hear more from Sean later on. Now, this next segment, I don't really know what to say about it. So it started off with AJ Styles and Omos and the New Day meeting up backstage, and it was all downhill from there. The New Day hosted game night. This was a test of how well you knew your partner, and Sean
WC again. Next up in the show we had an Alexa Bliss promo in Alexa's Playground, and Alexa's Playground is just a swing. It's really boring. They could have put a bit more effort into this. She's spinning not a jack in the box, a fiend in the box, because when you spin it, a fiend comes up or something. I don't know. How is this supposed to make me excited to see him wrestle? I don't know. But she says Randy Orton is going to die at WrestleMania because, PG product and all that. Peacock Premium, censoring all the negative stuff. And then Bray Wyatt is just on the swing like a paedophile at a park. And Alexa Bliss just laughs, slightly uncomfortably, because Randy Orton's going to die. I don't want Randy Orton to die. He seems like a good lad. Next up was the women's tag. I don't care about this. Naomi beat Shayna Baszler. I never got the 5 minutes back. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the third tag team on Raw, third women's tag team on Raw, Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke did commentary. Was it worth it? No. They said, oh, we want to get the titles at Mania. Nia and Shayna are bullies. Grr. Filth. And then Lana pushed someone into Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose didn't like that. Nia was going to put her through a table. Thankfully she spared us. And then Shayna Baszler got rolled up. So we had the contract signing for the Raw Women's Championship match where Asuka will be defending against Rhea Ripley until Charlotte Flair comes back and it becomes a triple threat. So then the contract signing happened. Rhea Ripley was, as always, very confident on the mic. I think she's a very confident talker on the mic, which is very good, especially at this stage in her career. Asuka said she's overconfident. Rhea Ripley said, are you prepared to meet Jesus? And flipped the table and nearly crushed her face. Asuka was holding her face, and then Nia Jax, Reginald and Shayna Baszler come out and said, hi, I'm Nia, I'm Shayna, I'm Reginald. Creative has nothing for us. Would you like to wrestle us in a tag match next week despite being WrestleMania opponents? How will you coexist? And they said, yeah, okay, and that's happening next week. Will I be watching? Absolutely not. I don't care.
Following on from this, it was the turn of Drew McIntyre to get some screen time after 2.5 hours. This leads to Ricochet getting a match against Drew McIntyre. Now at this point I'm thinking, maybe there's a saving grace in this. Maybe Ricochet will actually main event WrestleMania and actually... Okay, maybe not Ricochet, but here comes Ali. He's gonna... Oh, no, he's been beaten as well. Now after these two piss takeover matches, Drew McIntyre orders Bobby Lashley to come out, and you expect maybe some war words that are gonna, get in each other's head. And what does the USA Network do?
Advertisement break when there's 20 minutes left in the broadcast. Just like a good neighbour, State Farm is there, giving you an advertisement when there's 20 minutes left in the broadcast, and it's 3:41 a.m. and I'm tired and I want to go to bed, but I have to sit through a State Farm ad before Bobby Lashley beats up Drew McIntyre, and then the 2018 mid-card of Vortex reforms. Wrestling.
As Sean alluded to, this led to Bobby Lashley cutting a promo there, and the pair exchanged some punches, and then this fantastic show up to now ends in the only way that it deserves, with King Corbin. In conclusion, I give this show 1 out of 5. Sean, what do you give it?
Half a star.